Hello people. So in this video we are going to discuss about palindrome numbers. Okay. So palindrome number is also a most commonly and frequently asked question in data science interviews when we talk about Python. So what is a palindrome number basically? So the palindrome is one of the easiest programs. Okay. So palindrome number is a number which is let's say it is similar from both the sides. For example, 121. Okay, so that is a palindrome number. It is nothing but any number or a string which remains unaltered when reversed. Okay, so palindrome can even be strings. String is also a palindrome. For example, race car. If we take a word race car and if I reverse that, I will get race car only. Okay, so that is a palindrome number. Or for example, the number 132 12321. Okay, so that is a palindrome number 12321. If I reverse it, I will get 12321 only. Okay, so how can we check that whether a number or a string is palindrome number or not? So let's say that we can use a while loop. Okay, we can use a while loop to check it, and let's do it for numbers first, and then we will go on to the string text, and we will see that whether strings are palindromic or not. So let's see for numbers first. So for checking the numbers, let's say I take a variable num. Okay, so num, and integer inside I'm writing input. Okay, and I'm writing enter a number. Okay, enter a number. Okay, now I will take one more variable temp, which is equal to num. I will store the value of num inside temp, and reverse or rev is equal to 0. Okay, and then we will use a while loop. So while num is greater than 0, okay, we'll use a colon, digit is equal to num percentage 10 or num modulus 10. Okay, we will explain all the lines of code line by line. So digit is equal to num percentage 10, and reverse is equal to reverse into 10 plus digit. Okay, plus digit, sorry, all right, so reverse is equal to reverse into 10 plus digit. Okay, and then we will write num is equal to num 10. Num is equal to num divided by 10. Okay, and then we will use a if statement. If temp is equal to reverse, then we'll put a colon and we'll write print. What will it print? It will print the number is a palindrome number. Okay, the number is the palindrome number. Okay, and if it is not true, then it will move on to the else part and it will print not a palindrome number. Okay, we will explain all the lines of code once I finish writing. So not a palindrome number. Okay, so what is basically happening over here? See, first we are taking an input. The input can be any number. We are storing it inside this variable called num, and then we are storing the value of num inside the temp. Okay, then we are taking one more variable reverse, and we are saying that reverse is equal to 0. Now we move on to the while loop. So if that number is greater than 0, okay, so suppose that number is greater than 0, yes, then digit is equal to num percentage 10. What does num percentage 10 gives us? Num percentage 10 will give me the last digit or the remainder. Okay, it will give me the remainder. So it is getting stored in the digit. Now reverse is equal to reverse into 10 plus digit. Okay, reverse into 10 plus digit. So right now the value of reverse is equal to 0. So 0 into 10 is 0 only plus digit. And the value of digit, let's say that I am taking a number 121. Okay, I'm taking a number 121. It will become easy for you to understand. So I'm storing the number 121 inside my temp also. Now 121 is greater than 0. Yes, 121 is greater than 0. It comes to the second line. Digit is equal to num percentage 10. Means 121 percentage 10 will give me 1. So 1 will be stored in my digit variable. Okay. Then reverse is equal to 0 into 10, which is 0 only, plus digit. So reverse is equal to 1 right now. Then num becomes num divided by 10. So right now my num was 121. So num divided by 10, it will give me, what will it give me? It will give me 12. Okay, it will give me 12. The answer will be 12. So again the value of num, earlier it was 121, now it becomes 12. And as soon as the value of num changes, it will go again to this very first line of the while loop. So is 12 greater than 0? Yes, 12 is greater than 0. Then again digit is equal to num percentage 10. This time we'll get 2. Okay, reverse is equal to, earlier reverse was 1, now reverse will become 1 plus 2. Okay, all right, and again the same thing will repeat. Okay, so after repeating this entire thing, okay, we are getting the reverse of that number. Okay, we are getting the reverse of that number, and that reverse of that number is getting stored in this rev variable. Okay, for understanding it better, I would suggest that you take a pen and a paper and you write the number 121 or any other number and try to solve it. Okay, try to write it and solve it, what is happening over here, and yourself you will be able to see that this program is working. And is the temp, what is temp? Temp is the earlier number which we have stored over here. So is the temp equal to reverse? The reverse is the new reversed number. So if these two values are same, then yes, it is a palindrome number. And if these two values are not same, then it will go to the else statement and it will print not a palindrome number. So let's check. Shift and enter. So enter a number. Let's say I am entering some other number 5677, which is, I know it is not a palindrome number. Okay, not a palindrome number. Alright, if I execute this once again, enter a number, this time I'm entering a palindromic number, shift and enter, the number is a palindrome number. So as we saw that this program is working fine for all the numbers. Similarly, we can use the same logic for string also. Okay, we can use the same logic for string also. So we will discuss the string values, or we can discuss the string. Is very easy actually to check for the string whether the string is a palindromic string or not. So we will simply write string. Okay, we will simply write string is equal to input, and inside the bracket, okay, we will write enter a string because we want a value from the user. Okay, so enter a string. All right, now we will simply write the if statement. So if string, okay, is equal to string, if string is equal to string, and then we take a square bracket, and inside the square bracket we will put two colons. Okay, we will take two colons and we will write -1. Okay, and then we put a colon again to move to the next statement, and this time we will write print, and we will write palindrome. Okay, I will explain all the lines of code. We will write palindrome. So the spelling is wrong. Palindrome. Okay, we will write palindrome. And if it is not a palindrome number, we will print no, it is not a palindromic number. So in the else part, else colon, we will print not a palindrome, or simply we will print not. Okay, so we will print not. All right, not should be inside. Not should be inside double quotations. So not. So what is happening? It is checking for a string. This is nothing but the slicing. So in the above program, first we take the input from the user, okay, and after taking the input, we use the slice operation. So the slice operation is start colon end colon step. So the start and end, we need the entire string, so we have just put it colon and we have left the start and the end value empty, and then we have put -1. So this -1 is basically used for reversing the string. It is very easy. And after reversing the string, we are checking that whether the reversed string is same as the original string or not. Okay. And that is why we have written string equal to string colon colon -1. Okay. Alright, so it is very easy in case of the strings. Let us execute it, shift and enter. So enter a string. Okay, so let's say that I am entering any string, any number which is not a palindrome number, enter. So it is not a palindromic number. Let's say that this time I will enter a palindromic string A R, let's suppose A. It is a palindromic text, shift and enter. So it is a palindrome. Okay, so we'll meet again in the next video tutorial, and in the next video tutorial we'll discuss some more programming questions which are frequently asked in data science interviews in 2021. Stay tuned.